So, I take it Fantastic Mr. Fox is the movie that most of the people watching this video are most familiar with. Being an adaptation of a popular Roald Dahl children's book, Wes's only adaptation to date, in fact, this is a movie that's known and quite beloved by average moviegoers and cinephiles alike. And for good reason. This movie fucking rocks. It's fantastic. Mr. Fox 2009. It somehow perfectly captures the whimsy of the original book and marries it to Wes's typical idiosyncrasies, making for one of the most fulfilling and impressive adaptations I've ever seen. Stop motion animation was always a natural step for such a meticulous filmmaker to take, and he nailed it on his first outing, giving us stunning sets, unique character designs, perfectly framed shots, the whole shebang. This is probably the orangest movie ever made, but you know what? It makes a great case for why that not super loved color is actually really damn gorgeous. The cast is also put to great use here, like Willem Dafoe as a nefarious southern rat. God, I love cinema. Jason Schwartzman does a great job as Mr. Fox's belittled and neglected son. Seriously, this character and his relationship with his dad is just Chicken Little but good. Wes actually got his brother, who cameoed in a lot of his previous films, to play a main role here as Christopherson, and he killed it. He's a natural fit for Wes's dialogue and tone. Obviously, I guess. And for the leads, Wes stepped outside his actor comfort zone and brought in George Clooney and Meryl Streep as Mr. and Mrs. Fox. Both are so great. Clooney especially, who is so charismatic as this sly master thief, trying his best to go straight and stop Breaking Bad. Seriously, Mr. Fox somehow simultaneously gives off Walter White and Saul Goodman vibes. And that fact alone somehow makes me love this movie even more. I mean, I'm not crazy, right? He can't stop slipping and pulling scams just like Jimmy, and he did it for him rather than his family like Walter. Am I wrong? Okay, there's other good things in this movie. The writing is very dry and witty, the villains are threatening, the stakes are high, the score is unbelievably excellent, but it's the little details that really make this movie for me. Like, look at the digging animation these animals have. Look at how funny that looks. Look at how when they tunnel into each one of these 3 safe houses, they have the exact same dance animation every time. I am being charmed to heaven and back by the way this movie is animated. Ooh, what about when he's hiding behind the cider and the score is like do 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 do, or when the dogs and the farmer eat the sleepy blueberries and their eyes just get asterisks in them, or just the fucking shots of the possum staring blankly with swirls in his eyes. I am just obsessed with all of the tiny touches that add up and make this film so visually distinct from anything else I've ever seen. Isle of Dogs looks slightly better, yes, but I feel like there's just so many more visual flourishes to obsess over in Fantastic Mr. Fox. Is there anything that holds this movie back for me? Well, I guess I'd say that this doesn't really have my favorite characters out of any Wes Anderson movie. They're good, especially Mr. Fox, his possum buddy, and the goddamn Willem Dafoe rat. But none of them are quite as compelling as, say, Max from Rushmore or the Tenenbaums. Whenever I think about this movie, I think about how it looks. I think about the jokes and the score and the fucking swirly eyes on the possum. It's still good character-wise, but not the greatest. And it is kinda raw that Mrs. Fox never gets to do anything in the climax. I know Wes isn't exactly a paragon of writing female characters, but like, come on, give her something. But hey, this movie has a great story, great music, great humor, great animation style. It's just great. Oh no, I should have said fantastic for all those things. What was I thinking? This movie has a fantastic story, fantastic music. Never mind, the moment's past. Whatever. Bottom line is, I am one of the biggest proponents of the Fantastic Mr. Fox agenda. I will maintain for the rest of time that it deserved Best Animated Feature and a Best Picture nomination far more than Up. Like, okay, Up can keep Best Score, fine. But does Up have a swirly-eyed fucking possum in it? Checkmate, liberals. What?